Paige Strafella. Welcome to Vegas Nonstop with Jonathan Scott.
The emotion. That was heartfelt emotion there. That was so good. And I am Jonathan Scott, and welcome to Vegas Nonstop. And we're glad to be here. We're glad that you could join us. And Melody's saying something.
She says we can't see us. She can't see us.
You can't see. You want to come and work the camera, Melody? You can't see us?
You're not in the...
He's not. That's fine.
Well, he doesn't care if I'm on it or not.
Scott's on the camera.
Enoch, am I on? Are we live? Are we important? Happening?
You're not on.
Your
Yeah,
eyebrow.
you need to tune it a little.
Do I need to start the whole thing over
We
again?
got a little bit of space.
We have the feed.
There you are.
The important people are on the camera. We're good.
There you are.
Perfect.
There you go.
Oh my God.
This is a low budget production. But anyway,
as in no budget.
sitting next to me is the general manager and all-around good guy for the Silver Sevens Hotel Casino, Todd DeRemer.
Yeah.
That was very uninspired. That applause that you got.
Todd DeRemer.
I feel like that's the golf clap.
And next to Todd
the
is
T-box
our
now.
headliner tonight, Paige Strafella.
Yeah.
From 8:30 to 12 midnight here at the Silver Sevens Hotel Casino, located at Flamingo and Paradise, where there's always free parking, no cover charge here at the Nickel Deuce Lounge. And next to Paige is, of course, Enoch Augustus Scott, the star of Zombie Burlesque, and soon to be appearing here at the Silver Sevens. Well, you actually did appear over the weekend.
I did. More
But
than
you
I
would-
intended to.
How did that
But
go?
Enoch will be here doing a show that he co-wrote called The Baritones of Love.
Yeah, maybe we have no inks on paper yet, but we're very excited about the possibility of bringing Baritones of Love. As the
And
winner of the Las Vegas Fringe Festival one year, and we had some really great performances, so it's excited to get it back out there.
And next to Enoch, our friend Bob Cranston, Big Bob, Bordeaux Bob. He's got many names and wears many hats. But tomorrow night, Saturday night, he's going to be playing guitar with the Chicago Joe Blues Band
Indeed, I am.
from 8:30 to 12 midnight. And again, no cover charge, free parking. And tickling the ivories, or what used to be ivories but are now probably plastic, Moses Hazan. Go ahead. And I know that we don't have a wide-angle lens, so you probably were not on camera. So to start the show off, we like to talk about what promotional specials there are running here at Silver Sevens. Let's starting. It's a leap year. I know you got plenty to talk about. So Todd, what do you got?
Leaping into cash.
You are good. You want to read the rest?
No, I can't do it. I'll just be here for support.
So leaping in cash. It's on a Thursday. What's Thursdays normally?
Pizza.
No. Thursday normally is Chicken and Waffle Day.
It is Chicken and Waffles Day. What else is there? 20
times got drawings.
20 times points.
20 times points. But when Tuesday is the big drawing, 20 times or 10 times on Monday, you'll tell us.
All right.
In 2 seconds.
Wednesday's pizza.
All right. He's tired. We'll give him a break.
tired.
Stop banging on the table.
Right.
Wait, but Monday or Tuesday is the big day where all the people come in to get the extra.
Monday is 10 times drawing entries. Correct. You are correct. For the drawing that happens on Saturday.
Yeah, and those are the fun ones where you get to do the leaping into cash and maybe win like up to who knows how much money.
So Leaping in Cash is Thursday.
Right.
It's a leap year. February 29th from 6 to 9 p.m. 29 winners
Ah, that's great.
win $290 in cash. For a total of $8,400 were given out in cash that night for 3 hours.
Oh wow.
So probably the biggest promotion, at least in the neighborhood for sure, on Leap Year Day. The other thing we're doing in the cafe is we're having $2.29 Sundays.
What?
Yeah. You know, the 29th.
Just
Yeah.
slap it on your butt.
Yeah, and then,
Wow,
of
can
course,
you imagine getting chicken and waffles and then a Sunday?
Sunday.
And you've only-
$2.29.
and
You
you've
won't
only
even spend
like $10.
$15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you want to spend $20.
You want to spend $30.
$30. Because if you spend $30 in the cafe, you get $10 back in free play.
Correct.
You guys.
So if you buy 2 chicken and waffles, 6 might in a day.
Yeah.
chicken
And then
waffles,
maybe
2
buy a
Sundays.
beer, and then 2 Sundays, and you're in good shape. Beer,
Booze.
chicken, and waffles.
It's perfect.
We're bringing people together.
Okay, I guess we're done. I guess that pretty much wraps it up.
So
today's Friday, and Friday, I've got to tell you, I love the clam chowder. And the clam chowder is delicious. City Cafe is now on weekends, Friday and Saturday, open until 2 a.m. Late night menu for you entertainers that are looking for a place to come and have something to eat.
Always.
after your
Do
show.
you know what happens on Fridays, Jonathan?
We do the podcast.
And every hour, they give away 500 big ones, right?
Yes, from 7 to 11 every hour, 500 cash. That's our
Players
gambler's drawing. Right? It's a gambler's drawing. It's a gambler's drawing where literally here's five.
I know that I don't know the name, but I know the structure.
$500 cash starting tonight at 7 p.m. all the way to 11. One winner wins $500 cash.
And what do you have to do?
I'm always stalking your Instagram, not yours, but the Silver Sevens Instagram page. And some woman was just sitting, and they just came up and handed
her $100 cash, right?
Yeah.
We did $100 hot seats on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
And we gave away $100 cash. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just for playing slot machines. And you didn't even have to play with the card. We're one of the few places that does hot seats where you don't have to have a card in. If you're just playing a machine, you get $100. People just walk up and give you $100.
That is so wild.
It's very cool.
And if you do sign up for a card, you've got a chance to win anywhere between $10 and
$500.
$250.
Currently, it's $250. You're right. It's about to go to $500 in March.
See?
Yeah. So
in March, it'll go up to $500.
Vision. You have vision of where things should be. So, yes, that's the 8 Play Club. So tomorrow night we do have the cash drawing. There's a tree. What kind of tree?
Red envelopes.
And it's a Chinese. It's a cherry tree because it's Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year drawing.
Chinese New Year, and there's red envelopes on the tree, and you can pick an envelope, and there's anywhere from
$50 to $150 plus a brand new crisp $2 bill, which is tradition in the red envelope. So you get the $2 bill to hang on
My
to.
parents would always give us $2 bills. I always thought that
We had to go get $2 bills special for this promotion. Yeah, from the bank.
What else?
What
Cheer
else?
drawing.
Let's see.
We covered that. And we covered the gift today after 4 o'clock. It's really cool. It's
a juicer.
It is a juicer, correct.
Yeah.
And you have to earn how many points?
Today, 2,500?
2,500 points today if you're not one of the invited folks that get it for free. Yep.
And we've got some great player promotion parties that are coming up also in March. We opened the upstairs second floor dinner showroom this last weekend. We had a great time. We sold out with Kelly Vaughn and had a wonderful time with Sinatra, singing Sinatra. And Enoch and Philly Tilly.
And a lot of guest stars. We had a great time for Jonathan's
Tasha
birthday
come
on
in and
Sunday.
sit in. And so we're going to... I think it's the second or third week in March. But check the website at silver7casino.com for those dates, and also our website at VegasNonStop.com. And what other specials?
All promotional ideas that you think about, they're on the website. So check the website for entertainment, for promotions. Want to book a hotel room direct? Check the website.
I think you talked about the Lucky Lunar.
I did.
Oh, that was it. That's Lucky Lunar. It's called
red envelopes. Yes.
Red envelopes.
Yes.
But it's called Lucky Lunar.
Correct. For Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year to you.
Yes. So
you brought her, you lunar.
So what else happens on Saturday nights?
Every half hour.
Oh, that's the deal of the day.
Yes, deal of the day.
Where we choose a few people to play blackjack.
7
people play blackjack, and if the dealer gets blackjack, everybody gets $25.
Yep.
If you get blackjack, you get double sevens.
Got to be suited, right?
No, deal of a lifetime.
So dealer gets blackjack or a pair of 7s, everybody wins $25. If you get a blackjack or a pair of 7s, you get $25 for being in the promotion. Also, you get $50 just for being drawn as a contestant.
Nice.
I might start gambling.
I know. I told you. I'm going to convert you to gambling. You're going to get here yet.
Where do all the nexus of these creative ideas come? Is there some manual that you just go through that suggests all these crazy ideas?
No, these people get together and work hard and think.
We
think they just
brainstorm.
open a book?
I don't know. Somebody should write a book then.
Yeah, they
you
should.
You should write a book.
I think there's
Well, then
plenty of
everybody
books
would
that are out
steal
there.
all our secrets.
Yeah.
Give them the bad ideas. The ones that fail.
Do you have one of those
We do have the bad ideas. Typically, people down the street copy the ones that we discontinue, and that's usually the bad ideas.
Just like people down the street copy our entertainment as well.
Yes.
And we're thrilled because imitation is the best sense of flattery, right?
Right.
We're doing something
Copy
right.
what we're doing.
Correct.
But we're having a lot of fun.
You need to get one of those. You know how the quarterbacks now have those things on their wrist?
The playbook?
That have the
That's our
plays
playbook?
on it? Yeah, you need to get one of those so you can keep
You want me to
your
start
plays.
using that for the podcast, the
Yeah.
playbook?
Any hockey news?
Instead of my notes?
You want to share any hockey news?
There's not any good hockey news. I only played one game this week, and it wasn't very fun.
When is the Stanley Cup?
Hometown lost 7-3.
Toronto.
Who's your hometown?
And I'm assuming you're from Texas?
They lost.
So I guess that microphone isn't going to work, is
Canada.
it?
You what?
That microphone isn't going to work for you.
Is this any better?
No, I guess not. I guess the microphone's not going to work.
When is the
for us.
Stanley Cup?
flashlights.
It's a little ways away. Yeah, June.
June? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
So
little
great
bit.
player promotions. Restaurants open till 2 in the morning. Great food specials. We've got our Leapin' what do you call it? Leap in cash, leap in lizards.
On Leap Day, yes.
On Leap
Leap
Day,
in cash, yep.
sign up for an A play and win anywhere from $10 to $250, and come and enjoy Paige tonight.
We have one more food special.
Yeah,
Okay.
the $7 food specials, late night, two
$2.
tacos, and a Dos Equis for $7.
Correct.
After 9 p.m., right?
No, it's all day, every day, all
And
day.
$9 burger of the day, burger
There's
of the
not going
week,
to be a
burger of
quiz
the
on
month.
this later.
There
is
you
No,
there?
no.
You know.
Dos tacos,
Dos Equis, and something else. No?
Dos tacos, and the Dos Equis for $7.
For $7.
What about
all day,
Sunday?
every day.
No
And
Sunday?
burgers for $9.
Sunday's
$2
$2.29.
$2.29.
Only
That's
on Leap
$2.29.
Day.
$2.29.
Only on Leap
Just
Day.
checking, making sure.
Yeah. Only on Leap Day.
That was the only thing I actually paid attention to.
We're
was the
one
Sunday.
step away from this being a who's the like.
Melody's had enough, so let's say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye, Melody. Bye,
Melody.
Melody. She's like, okay, you guys are all talking at the same time,
Yes.
and that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work for radio, podcast, or television.
It works awesome.
Speaking for
Apparently,
television,
you've never seen The View. Because those women be talking all over each other all the time, and that show's run for 30 freaking years. So
yeah, Whoopi walk off.
doesn't she
You
walk
watch
off?
The
Don't
View?
they? I think they stage a walk off every 2 weeks just for the news. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the headline that so and so walked off The View this day.
Yeah, maybe they
For the
do.
drama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it literally happens every other week, doesn't it?
But I was going to say that every Friday, 3:55 in the afternoon, Todd and I are on the NBC TV Channel 3 here in Las Vegas, promoting all those specials that Todd talked about, but also our live entertainment. And Paige has been on it before. Enoch hasn't been on it yet. Bob hasn't been on it yet. Moses hasn't been on it yet. But we've got Sonia de la Guardia on today at 3:55 in the afternoon. And it's the lead-in to Family Feud with Steve Harvey. So if you get a chance to tune in and let us know what you think of that. And if you've got any show ideas or anything that you'd like to run past us, you can send us an email, news1lasvegas@gmail.com, or drop us a note here on the Book of Faces. And Todd, I know you've got a hotel to run.
I think I'm good.
So
Should I do a walk off? Should I storm off?
Yes,
Yes,
be
a
a little
mad.
walk-off
just-
music?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna
Oh
be
my
mad
God!
at?
Todd DeRemer has stormed off the
Oh,
set.
he stormed off the set.
Luck be a lady tonight.
What's it called? Vegas
Vegas
NonStop.
Brown
Yeah.
sugar.
Jonathan Scott.
Wow. Wow, that was shocking. Did everybody at home see what happened?
It was a shock. Do you
Oh
think
my
he'll
God.
be back next week?
Oh my God, Todd DeRemer walked off
He walked
the podcast.
right off.
He was
the set.
angry.
Wow.
He was upset.
He was, wow. I can't believe what just happened. Wow, what a scandal.
And now I don't have any notes or anything.
Oh, great.
So,
I have to tell you, I barely was prepared for today. It was a long week. Jonathan had his birthday this week, eh?
good.
It
I
was
want
a
it.
very
Yeah.
eventful
We got everybody.
weekend.
I think we can tighten up just
Just
a little
more on
bit.
the camera there, a little more.
Could slide over a little bit, Paige, and then
You're in it.
You're
Oh,
in it.
you
You're
are.
the star.
yeah,
Baby,
You are the
You got
star.
the whole.
You're the
You
star.
got the.
put it right there.
So how was your birthday, Jonathan? Tell us what you did.
Oh, it was wonderful. Two of my best friends died.
Oh, no.
Yes. So
Oh,
shout
no.
out to the family. My best friend, my closest friend, my dearest friend, John English, passed away unfortunately from prostate cancer. So guys, 1 out of 8, I hear 1 out of 8 are susceptible to prostate cancer. Get yourself checked. Go for colonoscopies. Go for blood workups.
Yeah, honestly,
Make an appointment.
You know, men. Honestly, I was watching somebody on a game show talk about this thing the other day, but men really do ignore their health and stuff. And if so many times, if you catch something early enough, you know things can be done about it. And men need to examine their bodies just as women need to examine their bodies for lumps or anything irregular, and really not to be afraid to go to the doctor. And don't be embarrassed if you feel like, because what people do is like, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to go. I should have gone 2 months ago, but I didn't go. Now I feel embarrassed that I didn't go, and then I put it off more. And it's such a male attitude, and we really, too many men are dying for things that could be handled.
Yeah. So, you know, and both of my friends had passed. I know they'd want us to be celebrating life and not be mourning death. So I put on a happy face, and, you know, we had a lot of people come by, and got some great presents, and my nephew came in from Phoenix, and
Nice.
David, thank you so much, and everybody that showed up over the weekend to be supportive. I really needed you a lot this weekend. So for those of you that did show up, thank you, thank you, thank you, and everybody kind of knew what I was going through. Especially my beautiful girlfriend Melissa. She just helped everybody out, and I just again got through it. You know, so as we have to do. Because what's the most important thing that we talk about all the time? The audience.
The audience, and
right?
friendship.
And we've got work to do, and our job is to entertain, and that's what we do. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight with Paige. So for those of you that have never seen, we didn't have really time to introduce you to Mo. So talk about what what they can expect to hear from you tonight. What kind of your show is?
Tonight, I'm playing with Gabriel Guardian, which you met him before. He plays keys and guitar.
Oh, he's super talented.
He's great, right? So the two of us are doing a duo tonight, and we're doing just every single genre across the board. We're going to have a little rap, some R&B, rock, pop.
Wow.
So,
Classic rock.
Gregorian chants.
So aside from being a
Next
great
time.
a great entertainer and a marvelous singer and everything, Paige also wears a producer's hat, and every other Monday.
Every other Monday.
Paige is the producer along with Mark Chinook of Monday's Dark.
That's right.
And how many years have you been doing it now?
Have I? Well, we're 10.
I know the charity's been 10.
I have been part of Monday's Dark since 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 7.
8 years.
I don't know.
How many
I don't
years
like
would that
math.
be, Bob?
7, I think.
Math is terrible.
Just down the street.
It's at the Space.
Oh, the space.
Yes.
And I call it on
Space
Gary
Opera.
Cavaretta way because
Cavaretta.
I know Gary Cavaretta is related to my friend John English. So
Okay.
it kind of, I'm going to see Gary. Unfortunately, we're all going to get together this weekend. Is there anything if we could put you on the spot to play with Moses that would be like an easy something?
Like a blues or something?
Anything but Tennessee whiskey.
Oh no, I won't do that. I might do that tonight. Do you know Umbrella?
No.
Hi,
Do you
Rihanna.
know? Yeah.
Diana Ross.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later. There's nothing on the spot. I mean, I can give you my song list.
Yeah. What do you got? What would be easy?
I don't know.
Do you do any
That's-
blues? Just
I don't really do blues, do
make
I?
it up.
We do blues tomorrow.
Bob does blues.
They
Bob
do-
does
they
do
do
blues.
They do
That's
blues.
tomorrow.
What do you got for blues? What do you want to do?
It's Paige's show. Paige's show. Paige's
I'll
show.
It's
say
not.
Paige's
I've
show.
got the I woke up at 9 a.m. to film Facebook video blues.
Do you do X's and O's? Mercy?
He's not going to know anything written in the last 5 years.
No. All right.
We had no time to prepare.
fine.
We
We
were
didn't
doing
prepare.
Camelot because we were talking about famous baritone songs with Enoch.
Yes. For my baritone.
What about Fleetwood Mac? Dreams? I think that's that song.
What was that? What was that?
I don't
Do
know.
you do any jazz things?
It's fine. We'll just.
What about a Great American
do the
Stand? It's got to be
podcast.
something.
It's fine. It's
Barbara
fine.
Streisand, Nancy
No.
Sinatra,
I
Diana
could do
Ross.
these boots are made
These
for
boots
walking.
are made for walking. There you go.
How ironic, Jonathan.
Yeah, right.
Messing where you should have been messing, and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing. You keep thinking that
You'll never get burned. But what do you got?
I just
Got me a brand new box of matches.
And what he knows, you ain't got time to learn. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk
That wasn't so hard.
That was pretty good.
I mean,
That was pretty
Thank
easy.
you.
What about, let's talk to Moses.
yeah, Moses, what's up?
Nobody's going to hear him. Nobody's going to hear what Moses says.
You can hear him, hush.
Oh,
I can hear all
we
of it.
can't go that far. No, we can't.
Right here. Moses, you've been in town 30 years.
Yes.
Where do you play and stuff? Where can we see it?
I was the musical director at the Golden Gate Hotel for 12 years.
Oh.
I had a jazz trio, I played piano, and everything. But one thing I'd like to say is I really like the fact that they're starting to use live entertainment again. Because for many years, especially before the COVID, for about 5 or 10, they got rid of everybody in the casinos. They don't want people sitting around listening to beautiful music. They wanted them on the machines, and I understand that. But lately, there's a lot of places opening up, jazz clubs, pop clubs, everything. And I think it's wonderful because that's the spirit of what Las Vegas used to be.
Amen.
I can't agree with you
Amen.
more.
Yeah.
I was telling Jonathan, and I mentioned it multiple times on Sunday, just really proud of the Silver Sevens for opening up a new music, not just this one, but the upstairs room.
Yeah.
The Jonathan Scott.
Yeah, memorial. Stage.
Don't say memorial. Yes.
Too soon.
But it's great, with the Tropicana closing. How many venues are
right.
we losing? The New York got rid of so many events venues after COVID and stuff. And so to have venues coming back, you're right. It's just so exciting. The new place, Max and Jazz, really seems.
Well, we went to Tropicana to see John Lovitz last week.
Yeah.
We wanted to go one more time before they level the place.
Right.
Yeah, I've
And,
got to do that. But even Jersey Boys opening up at the Orleans and stuff.
That
It's
was a
all.
big
Yeah.
deal, yeah.
It's
I
exciting.
think I talked to somebody that was somehow producing that show.
And everybody went though. It
Last
seemed like
week.
everybody in town was there except those of us who.
That one show that's at Aliente, it's like, is there anybody left in town that's not
Are
in
you talking
that
about this Follies thing?
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, not for $228 a ticket. I'm sorry.
No.
Really?
That's what I went on.
That's ambitious.
And I think it's a very limited run.
Yeah.
Six shows. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
the
is that
Follies
like
is my
Six shows in 5
Follies
days.
is literally my favorite show. One of my favorite shows.
I've never
especially
seen it.
by Sondheim. It's incredible, and I would love to see it.
What's your favorite Sondheim song?
What's my favorite Sondheim song?
I know song.
Probably "I'm Still Here" from Follies.
That's your favorite? Mine is, and Clint turned me on to it. Clint Holmes turned me on to it, and Pat Caddick. And I can never remember the name of the song, but you said you love me. Were you just being kind? Am I
That's
losing my mind?
from Follies? Yeah.
And
You wrote West Side Story too, right?
He wrote the lyrics.
The
to West
lyrics,
Side
right,
Story,
right,
but
right.
Bernstein, of
Yeah.
course, wrote the music.
I
yeah.
like
He was supposed
Children
to
Will
write.
Listen.
He was supposed to write the
From
music
Into the Woods.
and the lyrics for Gypsy, but they didn't think he was ready yet.
Did
So he
everybody,
just
see,
did
did
the
everybody
lyrics.
see the Bradley Cooper Maestro movie yet?
yes.
We
No,
talked about it
I-
at the last
I gotta go.
podcast.
I
I'm pretty sure, actually.
I'll see it on Netflix. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go out.
I liked it, but I thought it really showed more of his creative side. I would have liked that a little bit more
Than his
Than the-
personal
than
life.
than his
Personal
personal
life.
life. Yeah, I mean, the West Side Story, I would have liked more of Lenny.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Found how wonderful the sound.
you know, when I
can
auditioned,
be.
when I auditioned for Zombie Burlesque,
Enoch.
I had been up the whole night before, and my voice was shot on a gig, and my voice was shot. And I go in there and try to bark through something with like barely a track, and this kid comes in after me, like fresh off the boat, it's cruise lines.
Right.
Fresh off the-
Not
really.
That means
not from a
different.
war
That
zone,
means
yeah.
something
Not from a
different to
war zone, not
entertainers.
1970s boat people, but like
Fresh off the boat.
celebrity cruise lines, fresh off the boat.
Princess.
He must have been 20 something. He sang Maria like an angel on the thigh of God, like the most beautiful Maria. And I was like, if that's what they're going for, I'm screwed. I'm not going to get this job. I should just leave now. This boy can sing.
Apparently, that's not
That's
what they were
looking for.
Oh
Thankfully.
my gosh.
They were looking for baritones of love.
Yeah, but I'll never forget that. I was just like, you're just like one of those times you're in an audition and you hear somebody sing and you're like, okay, well, I guess I
Yeah.
should just leave.
So back to my favorite song. Tim Curry did a version of it, but
Yes.
Bernadette Peters, Liza Minnelli.
Everyone's done it. I used to,
Do you know this song?
when I was
What song?
losing my mind.
Oh, from
You said you
Follies.
love me, or were you just being kind?
Or am I losing my mind?
I went through a phase when I was a young musical theater nut that I had to, like, if I loved a song, I wanted to hear every possible rendition there was available. I was the one who would, like, scour the record departments to find the London cast album of the Vita
Right.
or whatever. So I have heard everyone in the world sing Losing My Mind.
So I'm guessing show tunes is your niche
Yeah, I
then.
do a lot of show tunes, a lot of musicals. I've written a lot of musicals, and to write a musical, I studied 40 of the top musicals.
So Moses is going to be doing a tribute to Gershwin here, and I don't know if it's going to be March or April, but
March 20th
Wow.
at Maxon Jazz.
At Maxon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll have 3 or 4, maybe 5 performers, and I'll do a history of Gershwin, a lot of his, plus,
On the town.
like that.
his famous Rhapsody of Blue.
So when we got together the first time, he says that he can play it 11 minutes. I said, I got 11 minutes, go ahead. And he got about to 5 minutes, and he's like,
No, I do
It's
the
like I'm
original
done.
solo piano version that he wrote, which is 11 minutes long. It's beautiful. In fact, I started practicing it again because I haven't played it in years.
yeah, well, you keep practicing.
I have an ex who is a classical piano
Practicing.
player.
It'll be all the vocals parts of his operas and his musicals and everything. I'm doing a whole.
It'd be so nice if our audience was able to hear you, wouldn't it?
I'm sure they can hear him. He's
This is
doing
amazing.
very
I,
One
got,
day,
I
but-
got the mic plugged in. I mean, but it didn't sound
we're
great.
having technical difficulties without our.
We'll
yeah,
see how-
ASL, American Sign Language, is working today.
See how
So we haven't
it
talked to Big Bob too much yet.
Bob.
Tell us about Chicago Joe's Blues Band.
Well, Chicago Joe Blues Band has been around
Well,
for
Chicago
about
Joe
12
Blues Band.
years here in Las Vegas. They've
Well, Bob, tell us about Chicago Joe.
don't be a
Chicago
smart
Joe.
ass, okay?
You're
I
representing.
can do my better Harry Carey if you like. But Chicago Joe is a very, very talented guitar player. We've been playing together for 6 or 8 months. First gig was at the world famous Sand Dollar. We've been playing at the Flying Pig stage.
We don't need the
And
other locations.
No, no.
Well, we're
We're
excited.
gonna hear
What do we want to hear?
somehow.
What are we
We're
going to hear?
excited to. So,
Not Tennessee whiskey.
A lot of no. It's hardcore electric blues. There's no keyboard player. We have
Any
a
Jimi
wonderful.
Hendrix?
There is Hendrix. There is
Allman Brothers?
I do. Well, we're thinking about
How about the
bringing
Almond Milk
in
Brothers?
the Elmore James classic "One Way Out."
Sondheim?
No,
You won't be hearing Sondheim tomorrow night.
No. But we
Or
do
tonight.
a little.
Or tonight.
We do a little Wilson Pickett. We do some Spencer Davis.
Midnight Hour?
We do Midnight Hour.
John
we
Lee
do.
Hooker?
We do Give Me Some Lovin'. No, John Lee Hooker.
You know, Give Me Some Lovin'?
Give
me
Spencer
some
Davis?
lovin'.
EA. There you go. Yeah, something like that. There you go. We could use a keyboard player for that, but we have the sax player that does sort of the keyboard. Wah, 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 wah.
Immortalized by
Yeah.
the Blues Brothers.
Well, that's again the Chicago connection, and then we do.
Well, I actually knew Spencer Davis.
And then we do a little ZZ Top. We have a lot of classics.
Sharp Dressed Band?
No. Jesus Just Left Chicago. They're
Is every
considered
song
one of their
about
top
Chicago?
rock songs. I of course take
Chicago.
a poetic license with the lyrics and adjust
You just
them.
make stuff up, is that it?
No. I mean, I Las Vegas-ize it.
Okay.
I give it a little personal
Jesus
nature.
just left Las Vegas.
No, don't get it. You gotta
Las
be
Vegas
here if you
just
want to
left
see it.
Oh,
I would do
Chicago
vocals.
Joe Blues Band, Saturday
I only
night.
do vocals on that one, so it's
I'm sure Jesus just left East Las
yeah.
Vegas.
If you want to see a guy play guitar, Chicago Joe wails. He shreds.
you're playing rhythm guitar.
I play rhythm guitar and vocals. People ask if I'm any good. I tell them I'm a 10. My singing's a 5 and my guitar playing's a 5. So I'm a 10.
Together.
But you're going to be bringing good wine.
But it's fun. Yes, I smuggle in some
good
beverage
wine.
alcohol. And we do have a fabulous sax player. The drummer, Wally, is incredible. He's the sound guy at AV Vegas. And I said, who have you done sound for? He says, his name. I said, Styx? Yeah. Bon Jovi? Yeah. Kiss? Yeah. I mean, you could name any band from the
Pop-Up.
70s and 80s. This guy has done the sound for them,
He
either
probably
on tour
does a
or
good
here in
job here.
Vegas.
You know,
And,
and I
and we have a
mentioned-
new bass player. Wayne is off the chart. Left-handed bass player, fabulous. And Vegas Slim, Johnny, our sax player, is also outstanding.
Do you all have to be named after a city?
I give the nicknames to everybody.
Okay.
So I'm Bordeaux Bob, Vegas Slim.
But you were Bordeaux Bob before you started playing with
yes,
the band.
yes.
Do
So
you have-
I was Big Bob before that. And
Big
then,
Bob.
Do you have a
and then-
Henderson Harry?
No, we're not going to do that. No.
Harry
no,
the
no,
Henderson.
we're not gonna do
Someone
that.
and Sally?
Bob,
If we could find a great female singer
She could become
that
someone
could
and
really sing the blues.
Pittsburgh Page?
I mean,
Because
I can.
so
Pittsburgh, Paige,
when
are
we
you
did
from
have a
Pittsburgh?
female vocalist, I rewrote and rearranged the classic Free song "All Right Now"
Oh yeah. I
because
know.
there's 2 female lines in it. But in this song, Paul Rogers sings, and she said, "Look, what's your game, baby?" And so we had a female singer do that part, and she couldn't remember the 2 lines. Two lines. There's only 8 lines in the entire song.
And she couldn't remember.
She
two
couldn't
of them.
remember the 2. No.
Poetic license.
Oy vey.
So, Bob, before
Yes.
we move on to it,
Yes,
to playing
more
our
important
game,
stuff.
let's talk Wine 101. I
Wine
always
101.
remember you do
We
Wine
always do,
101 with
yes.
us.
Okay.
Right.
You know, I always say if you like it, it's a good wine. If you don't,
course.
it's a bad wine.
Of course.
But
and
I always
Okay.
ask you white with fish and chicken or
Sure.
red with meat.
I always say this. Look, the wine industry has become very modern, and there really are not anybody producing what I would consider a bad wine. There's a lot of wines that are deficient in density and richness and length and acidity, but they're not bad. They're just not really good. And as we discussed last time I was on
Yeah,
the
I mean,
show,
I would say if you could find a 2016 California Red, get it.
you're probably going to be okay. And my next catalog and our next special is about 2016 Red Bordeaux. exceptional vintage, beginning to start getting in its window of optimum drinkability. But we always talk about place. Good wines are made from grapes. Great wines are made from place. So if it has a place name on it, like Chianti, like Bordeaux, like Mosel, like Champagne, like Priorat or Rioja in Spain, it's going to be really good. The grapes aren't important. The place is what's important. And to your point, I always encourage you, if you have a dish that's balanced between richness and creaminess and acidity, if it's a well-made dish and it's got enough seasoning, enough salt and pepper in it, it's going to go with most everything. If you have a dish that's too fishy or too fatty or too salty, no wine's going to go with it.
Right.
And I've had a very dear friend who's a master of wine, America's first master of wine. He's also a master chef. He would come. He made paella at my house one time in Napa, and we had 8 different wines. And he said, "Look at how I can change the flavor of this dish by adding more lemon juice or adding more salt. And look, it'll work with this wine. It won't work with that one. But if I balance it and I make it just right, it'll go with everything." So everybody talks red wine, red meat, yada, yada, yada. But I had a dish the other night at a local restaurant, Sparrow and Wolf, probably the finest independent restaurant in Las Vegas. And they paired one of my Armenian white wines with a pork dish. And it was a spectacular match.
Wow.
And you can always pair, everybody's favorite food these days is grilled salmon, right? I mean, everybody has grilled salmon 2 or 3 times a week, it seems like. We have it all the time. And
Well, Dr. Oz says have salmon.
yeah, and a wonderful
Dr. Oz says a lot of
and a wonderful lightish
Brown
Pinot
sugar.
and a wonderful lightish Pinot Noir is great with that.
Pinot Noir.
So
We
okay,
went to
just
an
wait,
amazing-
just to rewind. So places make the best stuff.
If it has a place
So
name
like
on the
Boone-
label,
So like Boone's Farm.
no, there is no such place.
What?
It's a made up. I gotta be honest with
That's
you.
a place, Boone's
San Diego
Farm.
Basin.
Well,
They
I
had
tell
a
you,
deal.
I
you
love
Google it.
San
You tell me where it is, and
I'm gonna
we'll
map
go.
it.
Yeah, MapQuest.
I'm gonna
Google
map
MapQuest Boone's Farm.
right
no,
now.
but Bordeaux is the largest and most important fine wine region in the world. Burgundy might make better wines, but Burgundy is the size
Gotcha.
of a postage stamp, and the wines are insanely expensive, and there isn't much of it available for regular people to enjoy. So Bordeaux is always a good place to find plenty of good wines. Sonoma County is also a large region that makes, good, we call them beverage wines. They're not wines you're going to collect and lay down for 50 or 60 years
Right.
like you would Bordeaux or Burgundy or Super Tuscans or Riojas, things like that. But as I always say, find a good wine bar that has retail and talk to the guy behind the bar. Chances are he'll figure out your palate very quickly.
I had a
wine bars
Nebbiolo the other day.
lovely.
Oh, yum.
Okay.
You know, Sangiovese.
Did it say Nebbiolo on the label, or did
It
it say
did.
Barolo or Barbaresco?
No, it was at
Okay.
Prime.
Did it say Boone's Farm?
Okay. No.
Boone's Farm.
Nah.
But and we originally met through the wine
Yeah.
friends that we
Yeah,
had,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
had a wine called the Neb.
I want wine
Oh,
friends.
okay.
They had the Zin, they had the Neb.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, they had the Cigar Zin, which is how I met
that was
them.
a good little wine. Cigar Sin was good. There's another, and we have a lot of great wine bars here. We have Garage East down in the Arts District. Marcia Bacchus is terrific. Ada's Wine Bar in Tivoli Village, where we're
Ada's.
doing.
And they're
that's
moving.
good.
Ada's is moving.
No, Esther's is moving.
Oh.
Esther's is moving just next door to itself.
Oh, okay.
Into a much larger space, which will be
Ada's
fabulous.
is good.
No,
I've been
Ada's
there
is in
in a
Tivoli.
while.
We're doing actually an Armenian wine din there on March 12th.
I never heard of wines from Armenia.
You've never heard of an Armenian wine?
Armenia.
No.
They've been making
I've heard
wine.
of rug makers.
They've been making wine in Armenia for 6,000 years.
They better be good at it
4,000
After
years.
6,000 years, it better
Better
be
be
good.
good.
4,000 years. Well, no. So during the Soviet occupation, 100
You know
years.
red wine?
Yeah, 100 years they used all the grapes to make crummy, high alcohol, shitty brandies.
Oh.
Okay.
So they didn't have wine. So the family that was featured in this film that we sponsored the other night, Psalm 4 at the David Sachs Studios,
Oh wow.
they are reviving the industry. They make sparkling wine, which is fabulous. They make some table wines. They even smuggled grapes from Iran into Armenia to
I
make
want
wine.
that kind.
No, I couldn't
No,
catch
you
the
do
movie.
not.
But I was busy
The movie
getting-
is look. Psalm 4, Cup of Salvation is. There won't be a dry eye in the house when you
Can
watch it.
people
It's
see it
amazing.
outside?
It's. I believe that it goes on YouTube on Psalm TV on March 1st.
Oh, there's something called Som TV.
Psalm TV. Yeah, they have 4. They made 4
It's
films.
short for sommelier.
Yes,
Yeah.
they've made 4
SOL.
films. They made 4 films.
They don't need to know.
This is their 4th, and the wine's made in a war zone. Azerbaijan and Armenia have been in a conflict for about 12 years.
Armenia's been under
And-
siege for.
For thousands of years. But the people, I mean, they're priceless. They're reviving this amazing culture of
Industry,
wine,
yeah.
and the wines are fantastic. I mean, they're
Average
really, really
average
good.
person getting a $12 to $20 bottle of red, what would you suggest?
Bordeaux Superior, we have plenty of good Bordeaux Superiors that retail in that range. There are wines from Spain, represent some of the very best values. We have a couple of those. I have a Spanish white and red that Little Lemon Tree Market sells for $12.
What was the place where you had the little tasting?
The Little Tasting. Oh, that was at Cured Way. That's the shop that's attached to my partner's business.
Yeah, where your office is.
Yeah, Cured Way. That's over on
Cured Way,
Valley View and
WHEY.
Post. Yeah,
Wanna go
it's
to a
a
tasting?
unbelievable gourmet. They have
As soon
a
as we're done.
huge cheese and charcuterie selection. You can buy foie gras. They have all sorts of incredible stuff. And they do some retail wines. The new wine bar that's opening up on West Sahara is called Crush Pad, and that will open on the first week in March. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, another new wine bar opens. We're going to the play day tonight called Wine O, E-A-U-X.
Wine.
Wine
Oh,
Where is it?
I just let me call everybody wine.
And
he said
it's the proprietor is Chef Sean McLean, who's a big deal. He's partners with Tony Abugam at Libertine Social. He had Sage at Aria for years, and he has Bala at another hotel down the street.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's at Sahara.
Wine O opens tomorrow at the Uncommons, right across from Durango Station.
Well,
And it looks very cool. I made my delivery there the other day, and it's a really good
Right
looking
across from
spot.
where?
Durango Station.
Durango Station.
Yeah,
Okay.
very, right in the DraftKings building.
And-
for you gamblers out there.
And what's happening March 12th at Ada's?
Ada's, we're doing the Armenian wine dinner.
So-
6 wines, 3 sparkling.
What day of the week is that?
Can we
It's a
send them
Monday.
to your
It's a Monday.
website?
It's a Monday.
Yeah, what's
Monday.
your website?
Ada's Tiffany
Oh.
Village. Ada's Wine and Food.
ADA.
ADA.
ADA, and that's Chef James Trees.
That's James Trees and
that
Jackson
place is so
Stamper. The menu will be fabulous.
guy,
They do a great job. I do a Bordeaux dinner with them every June. So that's coming up as well.
I really have to get
Great
this
little
joke
spot.
out or I'm going to die.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can't believe you've never heard of an Armenian wine. My best friend is Armenian and she wines all the time.
The wines are really, really good. They're very well made. They're very distinctive, and everybody seems
We have to do a little tasting, aren't we?
Yeah, they're
Yes,
they're
we should do a
they're,
little
they're really
tasting.
delightful wines.
So we've talked about wine, we've talked about Moses, we've talked about zombies, we've talked about Paige.
Why didn't we talk about zombies?
Well,
The zombie part I don't like. The
is
burlesque
there a
part I
zombie
like.
wine?
The burlesque part I
You
like.
barely. It's like Adam's Family doing
We've talked
burlesque.
about
It's
Deep
not like-
Nebbiolo.
Okay.
It's not like, you
I
know.
think I'm supposed to see you next week with Ryan Reamer.
Oh, you got. Yeah.
Yeah. Either
I'm
next
hoping
week or
you
the...
might understand.
I know.
Moses, do you want to play something for the kids before we play the game?
Sure.
Play whatever you want. Adam's Family.
Well, then why don't we do the theme song? You have the words for the theme song?
I don't need the words. To
Yeah,
reference
the
this theme
family.
song.
No,
I know
no,
that.
no.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Together with your shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay or call on the Adams Family.
but we're not doing
This is
that
going
show
well.
today. Today we're doing another show because for you regular viewers, if
No
you know who you
rehearsals.
are,
No rehearsals. I love
we
it.
play a game called Truth
Yeah.
or
Brown sugar.
just like a young girl should. Where Enoch is the ultimate arbitrator, and he can go over the rules with you, and we all vote. This used to be a drinking game until they wouldn't let us drink on stage anymore.
That's so rude.
Oh, that's
It was
why
a lot more
that's
fun.
why
Tell
you
me
didn't
what
ask
to
me to bring
do.
any wine.
You didn't bring any?
You didn't ask.
I
guess
just
that's why you're
I
not
wanted to have a
asking.
tasting.
Oh, well,
Okay.
bring some tomorrow night because we can drink off stage.
I'm working tomorrow night. That's rude.
Oh, well, bring some tonight.
I'm going to Wino tonight.
Wino.
And I'm going
Maybe
to
I
see
will
it. I'm going to
too.
see
First of
another.
all,
No, you're not going anywhere. You're right here.
Right.
Why
Wait,
not?
Paige, you're on at 8:30 tonight
Yes.
until midnight, and just
Yeah.
you and one.
Yeah, we
And
did
a
it with the
super talented
band
guy.
last time, and this we weren't available any Saturdays, so we're doing a duo. We'll see how it goes. It should be
Okay.
great.
He's amazing.
I have to say, Wino spelled that way would make a great Cirque du Soleil show.
It's
love
wine
it.
O-H.
No, E-A.
E-A-U.
Well,
Yes.
I did write. I do have a new song. It's kind of when I played it and I heard it back, it sounded a lot like a Kiss chord progression, and I really don't like Kiss at all. And it's
Well,
called
thank
"Nobody
you.
Likes a Whiny Bitch."
That's a
And,
great
it's,
title.
and I have to
That's a great
introduce it
title.
by saying this
Nobody
is not
likes a
directed
whiny
at
bitch.
women because
Right.
men are bigger whiny bitches than women are. So
fair.
this is not
That is
this is
very
not
fair.
a gender directed song. It's called Nobody Likes a Whiny Bitch.
I can't believe you say that about Kiss. I have to tell you, I never
Not
thought
a
I
Kiss
liked
fan,
Kiss
not
but I recently saw their movie Scooby-Doo Meets Kiss, and it made me realize how many
Scooby-Doo meets Kiss?
Yeah, there was a Scooby-Doo Kiss crossover. It's a really great movie.
I'm disappointed
Right?
that I heard you say
You
that
should-
because now I'm.
It's on HBO Max.
I'm very glad I've never.
I think
We've
we've
done
gotta see
Scooby-Doo.
it.
Have we done Scooby-Doo?
We've done Scooby-Doo.
Have you done?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
I think we did I Love Lucy, but
Why do you call it truth or brown sugar? How is brown
because it was originally called Truth or Bullshit.
And then they didn't like us saying,
I wanted to say
And-
bullshit.
and then they didn't like us saying BS.
And they didn't like us drinking.
Yeah.
Boy, what kind of? What
missed the
kind
fun.
So
of?
pretty soon the show's going to be for children.
Yeah.
Silver Seven
Children
produces.
that gamble.
It's gonna be like,
Isn't this a gambling
Drink.
joint? Isn't this
Yes.
place all about vice for crying out loud?
But once
No.
Todd leaves, we can
Yeah.
pretty much do anything.
Oh, sure. Like he's not
The
watching.
monkeys will play while the zookeeper's away.
I think that's an expression.
So that's it for wine.
Yeah.
I like a deep red, like I said. I like the Neb.
I like everything.
I
like
like
it.
I
a
never met a
Sergio
wine.
base.
I never met a wine I didn't.
My
Multiple
favorite. I even like her Chianti.
I had a Chianti at
I
lunch
like
today.
Great Chianti with spaghetti and meatballs.
I had it with a burger today.
So we're going to start our dinner shows upstairs. I think the second or third week of March. And again, if you check our websites, we're going to have them listed. I know we're going to have Kelly Vaughn doing Country Female Superstars, and I can't remember the rest. But we've got a lot of shows. But
How many seats in the theater?
120 seated comfortably.
Oh, nice.
And we're making changes all the time, and Moses is going to be doing a show, and Enoch's going to be doing a show, and maybe we'll get Paige to do something special. And so, again, tune in at 3:55 in the afternoon on
Just do a
NBC,
cabaret altogether.
where we list it. Oh, and every Friday night in March, pretty much every, except for one, we're going to have Latin dancing every Friday night. We've got Sonia de la Guardia, we've got Latin Breezes coming back, Claudine Castro's coming back, and we have a new Spanish band, new for us, Latin band called Tony Coco Coco Coco. And they do every kind of Latin music that there is. So
Never
man.
never say no to a Castro.
never say no to a Castro.
Castro.
So
Anything,
I think we
yeah.
should start with the music for today's topic for TV classic theme songs, which would be the Jeffersons.
Do you know the Jefferson?
Maestro, if you please.
Fish don't.
Yeah,
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we up in the big leagues, get our turn at theft. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But here we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Well, we're moving on up to the side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Yeah.
Big applause. Thank
Wow.
you, Weezy.
Wow.
We almost sounded
Weezy,
as
thank you,
Soprano,
Weezy.
baritone, bass.
Right?
We got it all covered.
That's the best.
Basso
Maybe you could be in my
profundo.
baritone show.
Well, I can do a lot of things like that for you.
Baritones of love coming soon.
I would love to. I would love to.
All right, so we're doing Truth or Brown Sugar about the Jeffersons. Easy game to play. I'll make a statement. You must decide whether this statement is true or false.
Okay.
If it's true, you say true. If it's false, you say brown sugar. These are not opinions. These are ultimate facts, empirical facts. You may, if you disagree with what I say, you can advocate for your position. But ultimately, I'm the ultimate arbiter of what is truth and brown sugar. Are you ready to play?
Yes, yes,
Or brown
yes.
sugar!
Well, let me just say I know nothing about the Jeffersons.
You never
Same.
watched it?
It was a spin-off of
All in the
All in the
Family.
Family. All in the Family, yes. So I remember them when they were neighbors and they were adversarial, but in a friendly way.
You never
George
saw when he
Jefferson,
moved on
yeah.
up?
Perhaps.
Moses, did you watch the show?
Perhaps.
In Toronto?
The
Jeffersons?
Yeah, and I liked Archie Bunker better.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That show.
Well,
It's racist.
no, but so I used to play softball and tennis with Rob Reiner, so that's why.
Oh, wow.
His
We're doing a new show, Enoch and I, called Name Dropper.
Yeah, we want to do
well, no, his
that.
younger brother and I, we grew up. We were.
What was his
classmates.
younger brother's name?
Lucas.
Name
Lucas.
drop. That's
Lucas.
a great idea.
And we still play guitar together all the time.
What's his name?
Lucas Reiner.
Well, we drop names and talk about Chicago on that show.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
okay, well, I'll tell you.
We haven't talked too much about Chicago.
I know, honestly,
Except for
the first,
first
I can't believe it, but his mention of Chicago Joe was the first.
The first Chicago,
Chicago Joe.
reference.
on the
So wait,
show.
so and they had a dry cleaner, right?
Yes.
And did they move to Chicago?
No, New York.
No, they were moving on up
To the east side.
Yeah.
But
for a deluxe apartment.
But hold on. So, but Archie lived in Brooklyn, right? Or the Bronx?
No.
Bronx or Brooklyn?
No, he didn't live in Brooklyn. Name another borough.
Bronx, Queens.
Queens.
Okay.
Queens Astoria.
Okay.
Yeah, Archie
Astoria,
lived in
Queens,
Queens.
Yeah.
And that's why and then George and
Wheezy.
Wheezy,
I do remember these things, so I must have seen these shows.
they moved to a deluxe apartment in Manhattan. They moved
because-
The east side of the park.
Because
yes.
his business took off.
Right.
All right, so Roxy Roker
True.
co-wrote the theme song.
True.
Truth or Brown Sugar?
True.
Truth.
Brown sugar.
Just like a young girl should.
Just pick one.
Pass.
It is, in
Yes.
fact, it is Brown Sugar. Janet Dubois from Good Times, who played Valona, co-wrote and sang on the theme song. Not Roxy Roker.
Thank you.
If we get Jimmy J.J. Walker here next week, how happy are you going to be?
Honestly, you don't understand how much of my life is wrapped up in Good Times. I would fanboy out so hard if I could sit close to.
Would you be okay if he didn't say dynamite?
I don't want to. He doesn't need to say dynamite. He does have to watch me do my impression of Florida on his mother on Good Times when the father died and she was trying to handle it real well, and then finally she couldn't take it anymore and she had a stack of plates and she threw them down and she said, "Damn, damn, damn, damn!" So I would have to do that for him.
That was
Okay.
spot on.
Oh no, it's perfect. If
That
you've
was-
ever seen the episode, it's absolutely perfect.
on.
I can also do the
I
whole
didn't.
rip
Seen
party
that
with Wanda. Don't get me started on Good Times. We're doing Jeffersons.
Okay.
Malcolm X helped inspire Norman Lear to create the show
Truth.
or Brown Sugar.
True.
That is true.
True.
That is
true.
not true.
Brown
Oh!
sugar.
Well done, Moses. It was actually
Moses, because who's Malcolm X?
it was actually
I got two in a row.
the Black Panthers. He met with the Black Panthers because they.
Probably,
Well, so I did know that All in the Family was definitely inspired by the
Black Panthers.
no
by the British show.
no by the Civil Rights Movement.
Yes.
and
Yeah,
he was
All the
very
family?
very
Well, Norman
engaged.
Lear is always.
All the
Very
family was
engaged
based
in
on a British show.
Sure,
Yeah, but it was influenced by the Civil Rights
So
Movement.
that's why I thought maybe Malcolm X was.
So I heard from my good friend George Wallace yesterday.
Speaking of
Name droppers!
speaking of the Civil Rights
And
Movement,
George got to work with Norman Lear last year. Before he passed away,
Oh, wow.
Norman Lear was still working at 104 years old.
Oh my gosh.
He did a show with Laverne Cox where George is playing her father, where she left as a son and came back as a daughter.
Oh wow, that would.
So it's all about transgender.
Well,
So
those-
Norman Lear, up until his passing, was still cutting edge.
all three of those guys. Carl Reiner worked up to his 99th birthday. Mel Brooks is 98. He's still working.
Still
If
working.
you stop, you
It's
die.
crazy. They all lived on the same. They all lived on the same
Chicago.
block in Beverly Hills.
If
They all lived on
you,
the
if
same
you
block.
if you stop moving, you die. You gotta eat, you gotta breathe, you gotta move, you gotta
Yeah.
keep on doing what you do.
Yeah.
Isabel Sanford did not want to do the show, but the network forced her. Truth or Brown Sugar?
Truth.
Brown sugar.
Pass.
BS.
Truth. She didn't want to leave All in the Family. The show was
You
going too well. She
stink
didn't-
at this
she didn't-
game. You are 0 for 3.
Yeah, but I've got good stories.
I'm expecting you to be improved.
I've got good name dropping stories.
No,
Like I
no, that's
mentioned
my
This is all
that's
just
not-
guessing.
She didn't want to
Okay.
leave All in the Family. She didn't want to take the risk. But the CBS decided they were already going ahead with it, and they would either hire somebody else to play her and write her out of All in the
Right,
Family,
right.
or she could do the show. So Isabel said, "I'll do the show."
I guess I'll do the show.
Wow, I would
Time
love
out for another sidebar story. Has anybody else seen the story about the series on Truman Capote that's on right now?
No.
Sorry, Kiss is on. No, there's a Truman Capote.
Yeah, it's a Truman Capote miniseries.
There's a bunch of gals who interact.
Yeah, talking about William S.
Oh,
Paley,
yeah.
who was the chairman of
NBC.
CBS.
CBS.
What channel? What is this? I want to.
It's on
Netflix.
like a bunch
It's on
of
Netflix.
ladies.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Like,
It's only 4 episodes.
Like,
It's a
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
miniseries.
limited.
I
Yeah.
think Callista Flockhart.
yeah.
Oh, it's
was
that
in it.
feud thing.
The feud, yeah.
It's about the
Yeah.
Swans, I think. They
Yeah.
call them the Swans, and how Truman Capote outed this one who who killed somebody, and
he was an interesting.
and then she
chap.
killed herself.
An interesting chap.
Babe Paley.
In cold blood.
Yeah, well.
Great book.
In Cold Blood, yeah. Tony
Marla
Curtis, right? Was in Cold Blood.
No, it was.
Who played the star of In Cold Blood?
Oh, come on.
Wasn't it Tony Curtis?
We
Tony
only have
Curtis.
so much time before my Mac loses power.
Okay, let's go
We
back
have to
to
finish
Truth or
the
Brown
game.
Sugar.
Marla Gibbs worked at United Airlines for 2 years after getting the Jeffersons. Truth or brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
Pass.
Truth.
Absolute Moses, you are good at this game. Truth. She didn't want to give. She didn't
He's
know.
just doing everything the opposite of what Jonathan
Yeah,
says.
Smart move.
Don't tell my secret.
Yeah, she
I picked
she
that
didn't
up.
want to give up her job. She thought
go.
she'd want to take a chance, and she had this nice cushy job working at United, and so she stayed there for. And they adjusted her schedule so
I
she
always say,
could.
fly United if the stewardess will let you.
Jeffersons was the first sitcom to feature a transgender character. Truth or brown sugar?
No way.
Brown sugar.
No way.
I
There was
can't
no
remember
transgender anything in the 70s and 80s.
There was, I think, but I don't know if it was this one. I'll say truth.
Absolutely true. Wasn't an ongoing character, but George's an old army buddy of George's named Eddie showed up and was now Edie.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
And
really?
he
I
went
didn't
to
know
That
that.
is funny.
Yeah,
That
and it
is
was
funny.
the first, and black, by the way, a black
Wow.
transgender character in late 70s, man. Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
Wow, that's a little.
35 people were in the choir for the theme song, Truth or Brown Sugar.
Oh, sure, gotta be.
Unless it's 33.
Oh, come on.
30 something.
Brown sugar.
35, yes, true.
Oh, hey,
I
It
assume
should be
you'd say.
adversarial.
As long as Jonathan said brown
Let's go
sugar,
with the
that would be
opposite.
true.
The Duke Blue Devils are the best team ever. Truth or Brown Sugar?
True.
Yay!
They lost last night.
What? They did not.
They did, but they did do a tribute to my friend.
Well, why did the Duke Blue Devils have anything to do with...
I just like to stick in it. I went to Duke.
You went to Duke? Okay, good.
Isabel Sanford was the first Jefferson to appear on television, wheezing Truth or Brown Sugar.
She was the first what?
Louise Jefferson was the first Jefferson to appear on television.
I'm gonna say
No, I think Thomas Jefferson.
I don't think Thomas Jefferson
Early
was
I don't
on
think he was
TV.
on.
Early
I
television
think you're
show.
confusing that with Parchment?
I say truth.
I say truth.
I say BS. Brown sugar.
I pass.
You can't pass. It's
I
one or
didn't
the
know
other.
what
Has
The
to
rules
like
literally
every
say
I'm
you
gonna
have to
go.
answer.
I'm gonna
It's not like there's
go. I'm gonna go
prizes,
with whatever
Bob.
Moses said.
Okay. Well, you're wrong. It's brown sugar.
Okay.
Yay, I got one
actually,
right.
Lionel Jefferson was the first. And the guy who played Lionel Jefferson, Mike Evans, when the show started, thought that he should have been the star of the show and that Isabel and George were getting too much time. And so Norman Lear was fed up with him and like, take a walk,
Bye.
bro. And then they brought him back eventually. But
He said you're out. You're back, bro.
What?
Take a walk.
Take a walk. And
Take
then
a
they
walk,
recast
bro.
Hit the
him.
road.
So there were two
Let's
Lionels.
go back.
I learned to read the dozens from the Jeffersons.
You learned to what?
I learned to read the dozens
Bob,
for Truth and Brown Sugar.
your ADD is kicking in.
I thought we were singing. I thought this was a musical variety show.
I learned,
Truth.
Yeah, okay. Truth and
Can you
Brown Sugar.
repeat the question?
I learned to read the dozens from the Jeffersons.
Read the dozens.
I don't mean to be mean, but you need Listerine, not a sip, not a swallow, but the whole damn bottle.
You mean your mother's so fat?
Stuff like that.
Like
yes.
that?
wow.
The dozens.
That's good.
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I learned to do that from
I
watching
would
the
say
Jeffersons.
true.
That's a true.
I don't know what you learned, or
That's false.
No, it's true.
Ah,
I knew you were the
you
son
were
of a preacher
doing. You
man.
had such a
Oh,
good
that's
streak.
He's the son of
Yeah.
a preacher man.
The Willises, the next door neighbors, the interracial couple, had a white presenting son named David. Truth or Brown Sugar?
They had a white child named David.
You know, they had the daughter Jenny.
I think that is true.
I
That
think
I do
it's
remember.
true.
I think. I
I'll
think I
say-
saw the show 3 or 4 times. I
I'll
think
say
that's true.
brown sugar, just to be adversarial.
It's actually Brown Sugar because his name was Alan.
Oh, then it.
That's a
Oh,
trick.
come on. That's a.
It was a trick question.
We were the
Golly.
first show
I
to
kind of
have
remember
the
that.
first black and white
Interracial kiss, and it went on forever. And it
Married.
got the network didn't like it, nobody liked it, but Norman Lear fought to keep it
I
in.
remember that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was the tall,
I
bald
read-
guy? The white guy.
Thomas, wasn't his name
Well, no,
Thomas?
are you talking about the Benedict is the next door neighbor, the English guy, but there's also the
Oh, yeah.
door guy.
Am I going to
Ralph.
ruin
There
a
you
question
go.
if I ask about Lenny Kravitz?
I didn't do Lenny
He
Kravitz.
went to Beverly High.
Did you go
Bob
to Beverly
Rule.
High?
I
That is
read
hysterical.
like the
Yeah.
top 15 facts of the Jeffersons. And you told me this.
Smart. That's how I. Very smart. That's how I do
Paige
these.
did homework.
I did homework because
did
I've never
homework.
seen
The
show.
actor
Can
playing
you talk about Lenny Kravitz at all?
in a minute. No,
Okay, in a minute, no.
the actor playing Tom Willis had the shortest commute to work. Truth or Brown Sugar?
He had the shortest what?
Commute to work.
I mean,
How would we know that?
He lived in a brown box outside the
True.
studio.
Brown box.
NBC, right?
I
On
say
NBC?
true because it's just obscure.
I'm going true.
Brown sugar.
Yes, brown sugar. He actually had the longest commute. He stayed living in New York. Every Monday, he would fly out to LA. He would stay in an apartment. He would take the bus to the studio, and then Roxy Roker would drop him off on the way home.
CBS Studios.
And then he would
God.
fly back for the weekend to be with his family in New York. How about that?
Wow, that's crazy.
And took the bus. Can you imagine?
I like that you could tell stories.
You're going to tell a story in a second. Mine have to do with this.
Yours
You're
is
just
gonna
like,
be about-
oh, by the way, one time, Harriet Tubman.
That was, I gotta tell you, Nick, that was very clever.
Hey. All
Bob went to school with Harriet Tubman.
right, finally, Florence
got
got
on the bus with her.
I could spell Harriet Tubman.
Florence got a
2 R's.
spin-off that lasted 4 episodes, Truth or Brown Sugar.
True.
Truth.
False.
False.
True. It was called Checking In. She worked at a hotel, and it only lasted 4 episodes. And then when she went, and then when she had to go back to the Jeffersons, they said that the hotel burned down.
Oh,
no.
sad.
You closed your notebook, so I guess that's it.
Now you can
it.
do Lenny Kravitz. Tell us Lenny
No,
Kravitz.
no, you know. I don't know who was Lenny Kravitz.
Roxy Roker
Hotels
who
do
is
burn.
Helen Willis.
Hotels do burn down, though. That does
The
happen.
next hotel that burned down.
Probably more often then than now.
Do you have a Lenny Kravitz story? Since you went to high school with him?
No, he's younger than me. But his mother worked in the same law firm that my mom worked.
Roxy
They were
Roker?
both. No, Lenny Kravitz's mom.
That's
whatever her
Roxy
name.
Roker, who was
Listen,
the
I thought-
Jeffersons.
I don't
She
know.
wasn't a lawyer, though.
No, she's a
Paige
secretary.
Strafella
Police
tonight,
secretary.
Friday night.
Secretary.
I think it's the 22nd, 23rd. Tonight's the
23rd.
23rd. Whatever tonight is. Friday night, 8:30 to 12 midnight.
Probably
Free
long
parking, no
before
cover
she
charge.
long
Drink
before
specials, player
Food
promos.
specials nearby. Food
Specials.
too. So many specials. We're gonna have a wine tasting.
We're going to have a wine tasting. We're going to have a lot of fun. The dance floor is open. And then Saturday night, we've got Chicago Joe.
And you can definitely dance.
And
to
Vegas
Austin
Slim.
and
Bob.
Don't forget about Vegas
Slim on sax.
Vegas
Bordeaux Bob.
Slim.
Yeah.
Enoch might even drop by at some point.
Who knows?
Usually does. And Moses will be hanging around maybe. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Tune in 3:55 p.m. on NBC TV Channel 3 Las Vegas. Send us a note. Caring is sharing. Please share us with your friends. And if you're around, please stop us and say hello, and we'll buy you a beer.
Or a glass of wine.
Yeah. Let's take us on out of here.
There you go.
A deluxe apartment
In the sky. We're moving on to the east side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Wow.
George!
That's more than you should ever get for free.